Can I ask you a question about Kai Havertz? He scored that goal, which could end up being a very important goal for Arsenal in the grand scheme of this season. Let's see how things turn out. If he starts doing that on a more regular basis, would you start to celebrate? If he starts to score a goal every other game, a goal every 3 games, starts winning you points, will that change your mind about him?
Terry, there's no evidence to suggest he's going to do that. I've watched a 4-year sample size of this guy in the Premier League. Okay, what makes you think he's suddenly just going to click into gear? I'm seeing fans sit there now saying, oh, but he could be a good impact sub. Good impact sub. Well, because he scored 1 goal off the bench. 1 goal off the bench, and now he's an impact sub. How about we should have spent that 60 million quid on buying James Maddison and someone else? Yeah.
So I understand that, but to my question, what can he do? So if he starts, how many goals, how many winning goals, how many kind of clutch moments could he produce?
He's not good enough for this football club, Terry.
Okay, so if he was to do this, say 5 more times this season, wins you a game with a clutch goal, which generates how many additional points would that be? That'd be an additional 10 points to your total, and that helps you win a major trophy. That won't change your mind about him as a player.
No, he's not good enough. Terry, I've seen Pascal Segan go invincible. Do you think he's any good?
Okay, but I'm talking about a player
18 games that season.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is that there's nothing that Kai Havertz can do with his performances or outputs. But that isn't the question. I'm asking if he's good enough or not. I'm saying if he starts to deliver for you, wins you games.
What did it achieve? Nothing. If Kai Havertz goes and scores goals and we still win a league, whatever, it ain't just him, is it? Yeah, he ain't good enough, Terry. There's players in our squad that are not good enough. Jorginho, El Neni. Just look at our midfield for 1 second, yeah? Declan Rice, he's been superb, but he's looked better than he actually has been because the bar is on the floor with the ones around him. Yeah, I'm not dissing Declan Rice. I think he's quality. Yeah, and I wanted him here. I'm shocked he came here. Yeah, but I wanted him here, and he's here, and he's been really good. But 9 and 10s out of 10s every week. No, he just looks so much more superior in midfield compared to Odegaard, Jorginho, Havertz, Trossard in the number 8. Like, come on, and let's be real with this. Yeah, this season we've played Fabio Vieira, done nothing. Trossard in midfield, done nothing. Yeah, Jorginho in midfield, done nothing. Yeah, we've got Declan Rice, cool. Yeah, have I mentioned Odegaard? Nothing. Yeah, look, El Neni on the bench. This is our midfield, mate. This is 650 million deep, and look at the state of our midfield.
I understand where you're coming from.
Cool. And this is where our problem is with our team. Yes, we're cool, we're top, whatever, great. And everyone's convincing themselves, we get to January. Let's get to January. Well, we see what happened last January. Another story's already out. It's one or the other. It's a midfielder or a striker. Terry, I've said for years, since not the summer gone, summer before, we need a striker. Oh dear, we still need a striker. Our striker is coming out from Brazil international duty saying, scoring's not my strong point. Well, hello, I told you that. Right? So we still needed a striker when we signed him, and I told him that. We still need another midfielder. I told him that, and we still need one. We still need another right winger. Well, we still need another right winger, and we still need another centre-back. And we still need another centre-back. I've been telling them this for 2 summers, Terry. But just be happy. Just be happy. Just be happy. Just be happy for what?
So I'm not asking you just to be happy. I'm just trying to ascertain what Kai, because for me, I look at it this way. I don't like Anthony at Man United. But if he suddenly started to create chances regularly in games, if he suddenly started to help us win football matches and was influential, I would like him more in terms of, I don't really care about his personality. I would like him more and go, okay, well, he's now delivering for the football club. I've got more time for him. I'm just interested to know what Kai Havertz could do to make you say, well, he's a good asset for Arsenal. So there's nothing he can do.
It's not good enough. Same as Jorginho's not good enough. Same as El Neni's not good enough. Same as Kivior's not good enough. Yeah, I just want to read this comment from this Gunner King because he's got to be the biggest virtue signaler online. Yeah, and he tweets me crap every single week. Bro, do you remember that tweet you put out back in September? I think it was 26th or 25th of September when we played Tottenham. Yeah, and you were trying to make out a fan in the crowd was doing a racial facial expression to Son. Yeah, have you had any comeback from Arsenal on that yet? Because you were so vocal about that online. Yeah, you were really vocal about that online with your tweet. Yeah, causing mad traction, trying to get a guy banned for something that may or may not have been, but it wasn't conclusive. And obviously you were so upset about it. I'm sure you would have had a police report back by now. And I'm sure Arsenal Football Club would have emailed you back by now. Yeah, as for wanting Unai Emery sacked, mate, yeah, you seem to know quite a lot about me, but you seem to have forgotten saying, yeah, I did want Emery sacked. But the day that Mikel Arteta was linked to this football club, I actually did a video and said, bring Emery back. But you lot don't remember that, do you? Because it don't get you likes and tweets and traction. Let me know when Arsenal and the police come back about that fella, mate, yeah?
Look, I look at this, Lee. I see from this point.
They don't like me, but they come and watch me every week. Just like idiots.
I understand that you don't think Kai Havertz is good enough, and I get that, and I respect it. But I suppose my question is more: what can someone do to change your mind? And but that's not the okay. So there's nothing any player could do. So if Eddie Nketiah started scoring more goals every week, that wouldn't change your mind.
Terry, he's got no. I was at his debut when he played Norwich, yeah?
But that isn't the question.
Hang on. That was 2017. Wenger was the manager. It was a League Cup game. He comes off the bench, equalises in stoppage time, gets it to extra time, then scores the winner. 2 goals. Fast forward to 2023, he scores a hat-trick the other day, which takes his total up to 37 goals for Arsenal.
I understand that. So, but
there's no evidence to suggest he's going to do anything. Get him
the question isn't, do you think the player will do something to change your mind? My question is, what could they do to change your mind?
Nothing. He ain't good enough. I've seen 7 years of Eddie Nketiah. He ain't good enough.
I'm not talking about Nketiah. I'm talking about Kai Havertz.
Okay. Yeah, go and sign proper players. You get proper results. It's not difficult. If go and sign a proper striker, we will get proper output. When we're whipping aimless balls into the box, left, right, and centre, hitting the first man, or just hitting the defender in the box and they're clearing it, yeah. Well, if that's Ivan Toney on the end of it, or that's a Harry Kane or someone or a Haaland on the end of it, then maybe, just maybe, you're scoring more goals, which means you're going to win the title or be in a better position to win the title. So I'll tell you right now, come February, this lot got a reality check.
Let's go to some of these comments here. This is how is there nothing? What if he scores 50 goals and gets 50 assists?
Yeah, what if I win the lottery tonight? What if? Yeah, he ain't scoring, mate. He's not even scored 50 goals in his entire career in the Premier League.
Lee, don't always agree with you, but you are bang on about our club, is what Pete, who's an Arsenal fan, says here.
He's 1965, old school, borough. Old school, bro. Come on, yeah? See, all these youngins ain't got a clue, mate.
Imagine being 40 years old, begging for autographs outside the training ground, then throwing a tantrum when you get told to piss off. Absolute waste.
Another cool story, bro. Another cool story. See, they all come up with fanfare and fiction. Imagine being your age and sitting on here watching me when you don't like me. Yeah, and then you go, just ignore him. I'm trending for 3 days because of you lot. If you don't like me, just ignore me. I don't. And then when I go back at these people, I'm the issue. How about just leave me alone?
I hear you on that. He's right. Few people criticize the club. Few people criticize the club they love. This year says, Lee, you complain about people celebrating and then turn around and say, why are people complaining about you not celebrating?
I complained about De Zerbi over celebrating a win that took him to 8th. Yeah, I didn't say anything about Arsenal fans celebrating. I said they can celebrate. I said, but with Mikel Arteta dragging Kai Havertz in a headlock to the away fans, what's that all about? That's way mad, mate. That's forcing it on fans. Oh, look, here he is. We have to back this guy. Yeah, I know what they're doing. Yeah, when Ian Wright's jumping up and down in a studio, kissing the TV screen. Yeah, do you think he's doing that if there's no cameras there and there's nobody sat in the room with him? Turn it in. Yeah, Tony Adams came out. Tony Adams came out and said, if Unai Emery was manager last season, we probably would have won the league. The abuse Tony Adams is getting. The abuse Tony Adams is getting. Yeah, and then this lot come out with, oh, but Emery conceded 31 shots to Watford. Yeah, Emery never had us 20th in the league while Spurs were first, mate. Emery never had us 15th for 5 games straight in December 2020. Yeah, losing to Aston Villa for the first time by 3 goals at home since 1928. Yeah, Wolves since 1974. Leicester since 72. Burnley since 1976. Yeah, Emery also dunked on us in our own stadium and knocked this manager out of the Europa League. But that's all fine. He also, Arteta, conceded 26 shots to Leeds United, 25 to Brighton. But no, that's all right because it's Emery's fault because he conceded 31 against Watford. Like this lot, man, seriously, they're all lying, bro. Yeah, they're all full of crap. I actually don't believe anything they say. Yeah, because they don't believe it themselves. Yeah, and the reason I say that, we were in our best season in the Emirates. Why did 30,000 fans walk out 2-0 down against Brighton at home then? Yeah, even though we'd lost the title at that point, it's still our best season in 20 years at the Emirates or 15 years. Why did 30K walk out then? Because they don't believe what they're saying. And like I said, Kenny Ken is better placed to tell me about home fans or away fans because he goes. And he said
I hear you on
that atmosphere in that stadium towards our players at the weekend, yeah, was mad. They were cussing everybody, mate. Yeah, and then that goal saved everyone because it would have been a totally different atmosphere on here today. Yeah, and it would have been a totally different atmosphere
No,
on
I
social media.
understand that. Mr. Tybox here says the vile way people talk to Lee because his opinions is sickening. He's entitled to his opinions and has vast knowledge. Hope you are feeling better, my friend. By the way, he's wrong. We will win the league.
I'm feeling a little bit better, man. But yeah, it is what it is.
So when Harry Maguire, sorry, mate. So when Harry Maguire had a few good games against bottom teams, you were backing him. But no, but the difference is this. I'm not saying
I'm going to get a bottle of water.
No worries, mate. But Tricky, that isn't what I'm asking. So if somebody said to me, what could Harry Maguire do to change your mind? My answer would be if he could perform again consistently, like he did in his first 18 months at Man United, I'd change my mind because I was very happy with him for that first 18 months. So I can answer that question. I want him gone because he fell from that level and has been pretty awful for 2.5 years. But if he got back to that level and then maintained it, my mind would change. It's as simple and as straightforward as that for me. I'm genuinely interested in Lee Gunner's happiness, fellas. Big up
Neftali, man. My guy. Come on. Big up to you, bro. Hope you're well, man. Hope the family's good, bro.
How did you enjoy your night with Northside?
My night? It was a weekend.
A long weekend. There we go.
Yeah, it was a long weekend. Northside and his missus are chill, man. Proper nice people.
Brian here says the revisionism about Emery is sickening.
Mate, they love to rewrite history. Yeah, they love to rewrite history, these fans, mate. Yeah, and I'm sick and tired of it because they're making out that manager is the sole reason it took this manager 3 years to surpass his points tally in league finish. Well, it ain't, is it? It took Arteta 3 years to finish above Unai Emery's points tally in league position. And then all you get out of them is, oh, but the landscape was different back then. Shut up. You're not gardeners, mate, about landscape. What are you waffling about? Yeah. At the end of the day, this manager took us so far backwards, 8th and 8th, yeah, that 5th looked great and then 2nd looked great. Like, at the end of the day, he has not done anything apart from win a cup when he first got here, which I cheered and I wanted. Well done. I praised him for that. Go and watch the end of my watch long. Yeah, go and watch my fan cams. Yeah, go and watch the video. One of my highest viewed videos on the channel was when we won that FA Cup. Yeah, the semi-final as well. Yeah, one of the highest viewed videos on there. But nobody talks about that. Yeah, oh, it's just you make views. You're going to get views when we lose. Get in the bin, mate. Yeah, the thing is, people say you only get views when we lose. Half the people that are watching this don't even like me. Yeah, so this show would do half the numbers, isn't it? If they didn't watch me, I would get half the numbers.
I hear you on that. This here says, Lee, I respect you, but some things you feels like you're chasing a clout. Never seen a person with this upset with a win before. I hope we face Atletico Madrid in the Champions League next.
Yeah, I hope we do as well. Yeah, because then you lot will get a reality check. Yeah, because I say something now, none of you lot watch Atleti. Yeah, don't let that 1-0 win against Mallorca at the weekend fool you. They absolutely battered them. Yeah, if Morata finished his chances, that's 7-0. Yeah, goalkeeper was having a worldie. And let me tell you now, yeah, they're top goal scorers in the Champions League, so I don't think you want to face them, mate.
Ricky here says, Lee, you know from what you see if someone has it. Havertz looks like he hasn't got it, but nothing that Nketiah does will convince us he belongs. But Ricky Proctor says here. Trixty says instead of Havertz, I'd have got Barella, then Tony, and the title would be done. It isn't actually that difficult making the right decisions, which Lee probably knows more than 80% of the Arsenal fan base.
If we had actually gone out there and signed a midfielder, a proper one, not Jorginho, and a striker in January, we would have won the league. And that's why it's so frustrating. And then all the excuses come out. Yeah, these people are more interested in comparing their player to a player of a rival fan. Right, so I'll give an example. Havertz scores that goal. I'm seeing top gooners out there tweeting more open play goals than Cole Palmer. And what? Who's the better player? More open play goals than Cole Palmer. Well, and what? Does he get a medal for that? Like, oh, Saka's better than this player. Saka's better. Cool. Whatever. Yeah, how about make your club better than that club? Yeah, the only way you do that is by raising the bar. Because the bar is so low with this football club team. Man United's the same, and Chelsea are going down the same road.
I understand that logic. This year says,
imagine. At the end of the season, everyone will cry about Pep and City again. Oh, how can we compete until he leaves?
Imagine coming out and accusing Ian Wright of being disingenuous with his celebration. Wow, is what Jazzy says
If only
here.
you knew, my friend. If only you knew. I'd love to be able to say what I want on this subject, but I'm going to keep my mouth shut. If only you knew. Yeah, and not only that, furthermore, one thing I will say is when you're indirectly working on behalf of the football club via Adidas, or you're on the pitch when Aubameyang signed his new deal, or Saka, yeah, you genuinely can't give your honest thoughts on the football club. Yeah, so does that make him disingenuous? Because when you're getting paid a wage via or indirectly via the football club, working at the football club, you can't genuinely say what you want. And I know factually that guy don't have 100% full opinions as he offline as he does online. I know that factually, mate.
Look, I do think there's an element of truth to that. If you work for a club, how impartial can you be? It is difficult.
You can't. Same as Ray Parlour. Yeah, Martin Keown trying to get a job. It's no coincidence that the ones with the ex-Arsenal players that are not looking for the job, yeah, or ain't looking for the clout, but then every now and again somebody will bump into them, or they'll go and do a be in sports show or whatever, just a one-off, like Petit. Yeah, Petit cost our transfer window in the summer. He said, "Why are we signing these players? We don't need them players." Yeah, Petit's now public enemy number one. Tony Adams comes out what he said the other day. Now they don't need the clout. They ain't working for a job at the club. Yeah, so they're going to give their honest thoughts, aren't they?
I understand that take.